Welcome to our next video. In this video, we're going to be talking about rooting, which is a concept that we're going to be explaining everything around in a moment, but also pelvic alignment. So this is super important to understand when we're standing, we're sitting, we're laying down, we're doing any exercise. Very similar to the core brace, but for the lower body foundation. So we really need to tie in these two pieces. We talked about bracing the core and breathing diaphragmatically, but now we're going to be talking about proper pelvic alignment and rooting and why that's so important.
Okay, so I'm just going to get down here so we can really go through all of the different components to make sure that our lower body is properly supported so that everything up the chain is also in its right position. So the very first thing I want to bring your attention to is where your feet are positioned. Now, your hip joints, they're not out here on the outside of your hip, they are inside the pelvis. So take a look at where Quinn is placing his hand. That's where the hip joints are, and the feet should be directly aligned with those hips. Most people have their feet way too far apart. So that's the first thing. Secondly, we want to make sure that the feet are pointing straight ahead. Take a look at your feet. Some people, they externally rotate. Some people internally rotate. We want those toes to be in alignment with those heels. So take a look and make sure that they're there. Now, probably one of the most important things is notice your knees. Do you want to just turn sideways for a sec? People hyperextend all the time, especially when you're talking, I call it the lock and talk. We forget about our alignment when we're connected into what's going on in the brain, and we forget about our bodies. And this is going to create dysfunction in the pelvis. It's going to pretty much create problems everywhere. So we always want to make sure that the knees are slightly bent. So now I'm going to have Quinn turn around and face the front. And then what we want to do is we want to make sure that the kneecap, your patella, is directly over top of your second toe. And this is interesting because if you look at yourself in the mirror, for some, one knee will be going one direction, the other one might be going the other direction, but the goal is that the knee is directly over top of the toe. So a really good way to make sure that's in correct position is to put the block just above the knees. And you can even turn it this way if that makes more sense for you.
Yeah, if you're a little bit broader, you want to do it like this. Again, if you're smaller, like this, whatever works best for you. And I just want to touch quickly on the bent knees. We're not like bending the knees. Again, we're just not locking them. So we're not, I always see people talking about that. They're like, well, they were telling me to walk like this or to stand and walk like this. We're not telling you to do it to that extreme. All we're doing is saying don't hyperextend.
And just for the ladies out there, because a lot of us get frustrated with that knee fat. When you hyperextend, you are losing the floor for the quadricep muscle to sit correctly. And that's why you get this bunching above the knee. As soon as you bend the knee, that causes the quads to lift, and then it takes care of that. So just a really, really simple thing that you can do to make sure that your fascia is positioned in the right way. So here we've got four things. We've got the feet aligned right underneath the hips. We have the feet straight. Actually, let's turn this foot in just slightly. Very common thing for most people. We have the knees slightly bent. Now we're going to squeeze the block here. This is going to connect us to the adductor muscles, and Quinn's going to get into a little more detail about this afterward. But from here, this is going to sound funny, squeeze the anus. If I was poking you right there, that reaction, notice what happens to your pelvis when you add that in. I'm not talking about the Kegel muscles. Those are too far in the front. We've got this perineum muscle supporting the base. In the front, if you contract, that's more the Kegel action. In the back, it's more the rooting action. This is going to help align the pelvis. So when we combine all of these actions together, this is what we call rooting with block therapy. And this is going to help support everything up the chain. And you'll even notice you can take a more full, complete exhalation when you are properly rooted.
Yeah, it takes pressure off. It feels completely different. So I'm just going to show you from this alignment here. So a lot of people will have their pelvis too much in an anterior pelvic tilt or a posterior pelvic tilt. So they're going in too far of these directions. So bring yourself into a pelvic tilt right now, an anterior pelvic tilt, like really feel that. So you're sticking your butt out. Now do it the opposite way. This is how a lot of people sit on their couch. And now let's find that neutral alignment. So you might have to go back and forth, find that neutral alignment. When you find that neutral alignment, connect that root, what Deanna just mentioned, and then that's gonna help lock in and help you find and locate that neutral pelvic alignment. So now with the other videos, we talked about bracing the core, and now we wanna implement this action.
And I just wanna add, we should have 60% of our body weight on our heels. The average person has about 80% on the balls of their feet. Without being able to root, if you just try without rooting to go back and position your body weight on your heels, you're gonna fall back.
Yeah.
It's the connecting to that squeezing the anus action. That's the action that's gonna give you that opportunity to be upright and more position on your heels.
And I always envision this because when I was bodybuilding and doing a lot of weight training, I would envision that rooting, it's kind of like growing roots and locking me into the ground. So that's when I'm connected to that root. When I release it, it's a lot easier for me to lose that balance. So this is really gonna help you with balance as well. So now we were talking about standing, and that's really important. All these actions you need to take into standing. But now if we're gonna be implementing exercise, I really wanna emphasize this because if you're gonna be squatting or deadlifting or doing really any exercises, we don't wanna be having the knees caved in. We always want to maintain them over that second toe. So for a lot of us, when we are squatting or we're doing any exercise, they tend to cave in more. We always want to avoid that. So that's why I have one of these circular bands. Again, you can probably find these almost anywhere. And then it's really important to practice that external rotation and abducting them away. So I'm pulling my knees away. So even if you are squatting, I just want to mention this as a side note, don't squeeze your knees together. Make sure you're still pulling them apart and the knees are over that second toe. So now Deanna's going to lay on her back and I'm going to show, just from this perspective, proper pelvic alignment. So we don't need to talk a lot about the feet and everything in relation because we're laying down right now, but remember that the pelvic tilts we were talking about. So Deanna, right now, bring yourself into an interior pelvic tilt. Good. So when you're doing an interior pelvic tilt, you're kind of sticking your butt out. And now let's bring it into a posterior pelvic tilt. Yes. So that's going to be more so engaging the core. So now Deanna, bring your hand and place it on your low back like this. So now anterior pelvic tilt. So now that's creating a lot more gap. And now posterior pelvic tilt. Now you're pushing your low back into the ground and you're squishing your hand. So let's do that one more time. Anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. Now let's find that neutral alignment between the two. Perfect. Yeah. So now there's still a little bit of a gap in your low back.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
So a lot of people will say either push your low back completely into the floor. Anatomically, that's not correct. We want to have a slight natural arc in the low back. So we need to really understand and find that neutral alignment. The really interesting and great thing with block therapy is we decompress the connective tissue. The connective tissue holds all systems and structures in the body together, including the muscles. So we need to release these areas so that we can actually have mobility in the pelvis. But even this is just a really good test to see where you're at right now and find that neutral alignment. So do this a few times, find that neutral alignment, brace that core, and then start to breathe diaphragmatically. So implementing those two actions, bring that into whatever you're doing. You can be standing, you can be sitting, you can be laying down, you can be doing activity, you can be lifting weight, whatever it is. These two actions, rooting and bracing the core, if you haven't seen that video, you can check it out in this playlist prior. That's going to change so much for your entire body. So that's pretty much everything for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like the video. Any comments, you guys, you have to leave them below. They're great. We love seeing those. And then make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to hear, or if you want to get notified every time we upload a video, because we're going to be doing this quite frequently and giving you a lot of tips. So that's everything for today. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.